Learning theory of Albert Bandura. Now let's see the biography of Albert Bandura. Albert Bandura was born on December 4, 1925, and he is a Canadian psychologist. He studied at University of British Columbia and University of Law, researched and taught at Stanford University, and he is also famous for research on social learning theory. According to the Albert Bandura, social learning theory, also called as observational learning, that is nothing but learning through observation. And he also said that his theory emphasizes learning through observation of others. As we all know, learning is a complex process that is influenced by a variety of factors that may be a child learning from his parents or a student learning from his teacher, etc. Now let's have a look at this slide. People learn through observation, imitation, and modeling. Albert Bandura also suggested that observation and modeling play a primary role in this process. Observation, it is an act of watching somebody or something carefully for a specific period of time, especially to learn something. For example, if someone handed you a bat and told you to try to hit a baseball, even if you have never tried it, you would do that. This is because you have seen performing of others in television. Next is imitation. Imitation, it is an act of copying somebody or something. As we all know, children are more likely to imitate the action of others. They may be some powerful, prestigious, or enthusiastic or competent persons, right? They may be siblings, celebrities, or older people. Next is modeling, a person or a thing that is considered an excellent example of something. Like each one of us have our own role models, right? So modeling consists of four components: attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. Modeling describes the process of learning or acquiring new information or skills, behaviors through observation. Having known that people learn through observation, imitation, and modeling in the previous slide, now let's see the three concepts of social learning theory. People can learn through observations, as we saw in the previous slide. Internal mental state is essential in learning process. Learning does not necessarily lead to change in behavior. Now the question is, how do we apply this to the real world, right? Have a look at this. Your mother teaching you how to cook. The first thing is, your mother makes sure that you recognize distinct features like the what ingredients are necessary to cook a specific dish. And second thing, she will ensure that you have retained the information which she might have told you earlier. And third thing is allow you to try. Next thing, she will ensure you get motivated. And the last is enforce your behavior. Your mother rewards you so that you get motivated and do much better next. Next, coming to the most important experiment which was carried out by Albert Bandura, that is Bobo doll experiment. Bobo doll experiment is one of the best experiment to demonstrate that children learn and imitate behaviors they observe in other people. Have a look at this picture. This is a Bobo doll which is inflatable doll. In the other picture you can see a child beating this Bobo doll and yelling this Bobo doll. Now let's have a look at this Bobo doll experiment. In this Bobo doll experiment, children are able to learn the social behavior through observation. Bobo doll experiment was a demonstration by adults hitting and attacking these Bobo dolls while a group of children were watching them. When the children were later put into the room with the Bobo dolls, they did the same thing. What they saw, that is, hit and attack the Bobo doll. In this experiment, three groups were made. In all the three groups, they saw there was a model who was seen shouting and hitting the Bobo doll. Each video showed the model experiencing a different consequences. For first group, they showed that hitting and shouting at the Bobo doll, the model was rewarded. In the second group, they showed that hitting and shouting could lead to a punishment. In the third group, they showed that hitting and shouting at a Bobo doll could not lead any consequences, that is no reward, no punishment. After these experiments, the children were taken to other room where there were plenty of games, and along with that this Bobo was kept. The children who saw that the hitting and shouting at the Bobo get them a reward, they did the same thing, and group 2 did not hit the Bobo because they were scared that they would punish. So, by this, Bandura proved that children are able to learn through the observation of adult behavior. Applying Bandura's theory in the classroom, carefully select audio-visual that are to be used in the classroom. Create a sense of collective efficacy by emphasizing the teamwork, that is nothing but effectiveness. Set goals for students to accomplish, that is nothing but achieve, and once in a month take the record out and celebrate the hard work. The next thing is incorporate technologies by putting the students in challenges and also accomplishment online on the classes website so they can show their friends and the family. Do have a look at this. These are the following steps which are involved in the observational learning and modeling processes: the attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. The first one you see is attention. In order to learn, you need to pay attention, right? Anything that is distracting you from attention is going to have a negative effect on the observation skills. So, you are distracted as far as you get likely to dedicate your full time and attention to learn something which is very interesting to you, right? The next picture you see is retention, the ability to store information. It is also an important part of learning. Once you have paid attention to the model, then you retain the information, and it is a time to actually perform the behavior which you have observed. That is nothing but reproduce. The last thing is motivation. Finally, in order for observational learning to be successful, you have to be motivated to imitate the behavior that you have learned previously. This has been best shown by how did you learn to ride a bicycle as a child and how did you progress in riding it. So, what do teachers do under this theory? To promote effective modeling, a teacher must make sure that the four conditions exist: attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. As we saw in the previous slide, teachers must model appropriate behaviors and take care that they do not model inappropriate behaviors. Teachers should expose students to a variety of other models. This technique is especially important to break down traditional stereotypes. Teachers should help students to set realistic expectations for their academic accomplishments. Now, the last concept, what do students do under this theory? Students often learn a great deal simply by observing other people, like we did, right? Students must believe that they are capable of accomplishing school tasks. And the last but not the least, students should closely observe appropriate behaviors and learn from them.